Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, I have some breaking news for you. The traditional fiat and banking sector is in a state of fear and uncertainty. And we're probably doubtful if this thing is gonna last the way we know it today. So in fact, they are on the brink of a collapse, according to multiple articles and other YouTubers that I'm going to show you. And this is not an exaggeration, and this is not a drill. So we need to take heed. So what we're going to cover first is something straight from the horse's mouth. Secretary Janet Yellen. Now, I'm not going to show you this entire clip. It's 2 hours. I'm not even going to actually do the highlight. But in this particular clip, Secretary Janet Yellen tells the banking panel that the system is sound. However, in one of these back and forth with one of the senators, they asked her if basically other banks would be bailed out, or how banks would be addressing how the Fed would be addressing the bailouts in the future. And essentially, she just said that the Fed will pick and choose which banks get bailed out. And it's not just U.S. banks, it's banks all around the world on the verge of a collapse. So when she said pick and choose, what we can see here is this actual excerpt from the Federal Reserve Board chief economist Apollo, Harbor something Apollo, I forgot his name. But anyway, he put this out there basically, and this arrow here in the middle, let me see if we can zoom in here. This arrow, not in the middle, but this is Silicon Valley Bank. And what this chart just shows real simply is that basically everything to the right of Silicon Valley Bank is more at risk. Morgan Stanley, HSBC, American Express. So all these banks are at more risk than SVB was, right? And then all the ones over here are pretty much safe. So what Secretary Janet Yellen was saying is that the Fed will pick and choose, basically in a private panel with her and the Fed and some other people. Essentially, they're going to vote which ones get bailed out, which ones don't. And they are basically pushing the end consumer, or the bank, the banker or the person with their funds, to more than likely move towards these other banks, and these other ones will just fall by the wayside, right? So this is actually in the Fed minutes. I urge you to watch that if you have 2 hours and you want to dig through that. But what does all this have to do with crypto, and specifically Bitcoin and DeFi? Well, everything, because this is literally the perfect opportunity for crypto adoption to go mainstream. Think about, if the banks are on a brink of collapse, what is the safest place for your money? And the answer is not in the banks. It's in Bitcoin, the world's most secure and decentralized currency. We can literally see that BTC has been on absolute tear these last couple of days. So you come look at the chart, BTC is sitting at 27,200. And the Fed just stimulated, I think it was like 200 billion. It's not quote unquote quantitative easing yet. The money printer's back on, but in a different light, so to speak. And you can get some of that information over here on Hersey Financial, their secret plan to kill crypto and launch the FedNow central bank CBDC. So lots of people talking about this, and lots of opportunity for DeFi and the future of finance, because we know that DeFi is an area where we can borrow and lend and basically debank ourselves from the fiat Ponzi. But you may be asking, why is the banking system collapsing? Well, according to Mark Yusko, you guys have seen me bring him on here before. He points out that Bitcoin responds to the fact that the dollar is going to be further devalued, and it's ultimately that thing that was mentioned in the Genesis block. So if you're not familiar with literally Satoshi Nakamoto's Genesis block, the very first block mined on Bitcoin, and what was written into the raw data was this here: Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. And what that is a reference to was just basically his way of kind of time stamping this actual block. And that ties to the headline that was in the UK referenced Chancellor Alistair Darling on brink of second bailout for banks. And we just had the third bailout for banks, and we're going to have a fourth and a fifth in the near future. Why? Because the system's corrupt and it is not being addressed. But I believe this push towards a CBDC is their way to actually kick the can down the road, and then kind of push out all these other players and then introduce the CBDC. And I believe it's like 1 year that they've extended the timeline basically right now. I don't have all the details in this video, but you can definitely check out Mark and this one as well. The Untold Dark Story of Bank Crisis. I've had him on as well. I showed you guys clips from him as well. So basically, I'm just kind of combining the Secretary Yellen speech, this over here, the plan from Hersey Financial, and the Untold Dark Story, as well as Mark Yusko. So give you all 4 of those, but I'll leave those links in the description. But this is the short and skinny of it all. Long and short, you need to be paying attention to what's happening now and finding a way to debank yourself, because your bank could be one of those that you get bailed in and they use your assets to basically kick the can down the road, or we just keep seeing continued inflation. But long story short, there is no solution. They don't have a solution. All fiats go to zero. And if you, I can't find the chart right now, but if you basically value all existing assets by Bitcoin, you see that they're all down and to the right. But if you evaluate them in the US dollar, they look like they're going up. Why? Because there's more dollars. So you got to get out of those assets that are basically Ponzi based and into the ones that have some solid decentralization, non-centralized Ponzi-nomics behind them. And of course, find yourself a nice DeFi project you believe in. That's why I'm here with the Forex Shark ecosystem. So I'll be definitely giving you guys some more alpha on what the Drip Marketing DAO is doing in the future, as well as, of course, my project launching very soon. And speaking of debanking, hopefully some updates from Spritz regarding what they're doing on that. And as I told you guys, I keep asking them at least once a week, trying to get some more updates. So they've already done the Visa and all that stuff. So hopefully with those things out of the way and this opportunity that is popping up right now, you guys will be able to definitely secure that financial freedom that we're all here for crypto and DeFi to see and do. All right, that's all I got for this one. Hope it had added some value. And if it did, you know the drill. Smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real-world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.